क्या मुझे डर अपने भाई का होगा? यहाँ पे मेरा भाई यही तो खड़ा होना है। हम तो इससे काम करते हैं।
But the simple fact is 13 Indians are dead. 13 Indians are dead, sir. And 30 are wounded. They are not small change. ना नाली के कीड़े हैं, ना गली के कुत्ते. वो भारतीय हैं. हम सब भारतीय हैं. We cannot take this lying down. No question of pussyfooting over this. It is something for which you can invoke your national nuclear doctrine. Read that doctrine. See what it says about biological warfare and chemical warfare being waged against this country. Any attempt to do that can lead to nuclear release. The very scale of the recovery of explosives in this ongoing operation is mind-boggling. 3 tons of explosives recovered, all set for use against soft targets in this country to create mass casualty strikes, is a declaration of war. The recovery of explosives has been on military scale, man. There is 2,534 tons of ammonium nitrate, which is urea, which is what you use for your fertilizers, and that doubles up as one of the best material for improvised explosive devices. It has been found there on industrial scale storage in Faridabad, in the national capital. And what is involved is a place I have been talking of for a hell of a long time, Mewat. That place needs to be brought under control. It is next to your national capital region, NCR, and it is becoming a hub center of all these Islamic radicalization. It is becoming a safe kind of a bloody haven, and I am sure the government will do something about it. They are already planning. They must put in permanent military or paramilitary presence on the ground. Paramilitary presence on the ground in Mewat is most essential. There is a cleric for Mewat who is involved in the radicalization of this entire group and in providing the logistic support for Faridabad. Right? Once again, what compounds what we still haven't, the entire Indian media still hasn't woken up to the fact that not only were mass casualty strikes being planned across the border through these Jaish-e-Mohammed modules for using the explosive vector, they have also activated biological warfare attempts through Raisin. One of these jihadi doctors trained in China has been involved in the production of ricin from castor oil, one of the deadliest poisons to be put into our water bodies, to be put into our water supply, to be strewn all over. Pakistan is planning biological warfare. Just take a look at your national nuclear doctrine. You are authorized to use nuclear weapons if the enemy uses nuclear weapons or uses chemical or biological warfare, right? So, correctly speaking, by the tenets of your own national security doctrine, your nuclear doctrine, you are justified if any one of these acts gets through of this biological scale of terror. So, you want to wait till about 1,000, 2, 3, 4,000 people die and only then India will react? Nonsense. The intent is enough. And I think after Sindoor 1.0, we don't have to go through the natak of first we will attack the terrorists, then we will attack the real Pakistani state, which is the real culprit, real terrorists. Their lieutenant generals have been coming for the major general, lieutenant general, 2, 3-star generals have been coming for the funerals of these globally designated terrorists. What more do you need? What the hell has given this Mullah Asim Munir the gumption to plan mass casualty terror strikes in India after Operation Sindoor 1.0? Operation Sindoor, luckily and I think very wisely, the government has kept it still on. But I am amazed, the coverage in the media seems to be indicative of it is a cylinder blast, it is nothing, it is a operation that did not work. Of course it didn't work because your intelligence agencies had gotten whiff of it some bloody 14-15 days back. And slowly we've been winding up the whole skunk works, the snake works. It's only the tail of the snake that was left in this Omar fellow who just then escaped and staged this blast as a last desperate measure. Either he staged it or it went off, he couldn't control it, etc. But the simple fact is 13 Indians are dead. 13 Indians are dead, sir, and 30 are wounded. They are not small change. ना नाली के कीड़े हैं, ना गली के कुत्ते. वो भारतीय हैं. हम सब भारतीय हैं. We cannot take this lying down. No question of pussyfooting over this. It is something for which you can invoke your national nuclear doctrine. Read that doctrine. See what it says about biological warfare and chemical warfare being waged against this country. Any attempt to do that can lead to nuclear release. Your doctrine says that in writing. Here we are talking of a conventional response which no less than our Prime Minister had promised at the conclusion of Sindoor 1.0, or the temporary pause in kinetic operations, not even a ceasefire, temporary pause in kinetic operations. He had said, hereinafter any act of terror will be deemed an act of war and will be responded to accordingly. I am sure we will live up to what we have said. We will live up to what we have said, and I think the time has come to now give Pakistan what it has been asking for. Just because Mullah Munir has been called 3 times by Donald Trump, it's gone to his bloody head. As it is, he drinks far too much of whiskey. I think his alcohol consumption now needs to be curtailed. It's gone to his head. He is planning to be the chief of the defense forces. And that is simply because, you know, the Air Force chief, Babar Sidhu Sahab, was senior to him. And quite obviously they had clashes and this thing about the stupid way in which he had taken Pakistan to war. Right? Therefore, to get over the seniority of Air Chief Marshal Babar Sidhu, he has got the constitution of Pakistan amended. You know, everybody, we used to joke that other countries have armies. In Pakistan, the army has a country, but it is now reaching ridiculous levels. The constitution of a country can be changed to accommodate the whims, the stupid brainwaves of a mad mullah gone absolutely bonkers. You want to wage biological warfare against India? You want to wage mass casualty 9/11 type strikes in the hope that the West will protect you because you are giving them oil and this thing? Like I said, please read the Indian nuclear doctrine. Black and white, enunciated in paper. I saw it when I was in the MO Directorate. It is an open piece of document. If any country wages chemical or biological warfare against you, you are entitled to go nuclear. right? What is ricin? The deadliest poison made from castor oil. The deadliest poison can kill. And there were plans to put it in your drinking water, in your water bodies, in your rivers, in your lakes, in your canals. And we want to call it a cylinder blast. All the effort has been to play it down, call it a cylinder blast, call it this, call it that. Maybe the government is just being very legally correct. Last time we were told that we were very premature in accusing Pakistan. अरे साहब, ये जो केस है 15 दिन से चल रहा है. ये अजगर पूरा पकड़ लिया है. अजगर की दुम रह गई थी सिर्फ. उसको भी क्लोज कर रहे थे जबकि वो उमार भाग के उसने ये स्टेज किया. अब एक स्कूल ऑफ थॉट लगता है मुझ भारत में कि साहब नहीं साहब, वो कुछ हुआ नहीं, खास नहीं हुआ, केवल केवल 13 तो मरे, केवल 13 मरे, केवल 13 मरे हैं. आपका कोई एक भी मरे तो देखिए साहब, आई एम वेरी श्योर the government of India will stand by what it has said, and Pakistan should be in no delusions. And I don't think we need to be unduly worried. If Pakistan is asking for a war, how long can you avoid it? People have tried to, we called off Sindoor, the kinetic operations. Everybody hoped that Pakistan sense would prevail. In any normal country, sense would have prevailed after Sindoor, because they had realized what it could turn into. If this psychotic mullah, Munir, still wants to push India to a level that there is a major conflict, well, then don't forget 1971. Even in 1971, the Americans were backing you 110%. They had sent their 7th fleet. The 7th fleet again also won't save you, Asim Munir, because you are absolutely destined to take your country to rack and ruin. Pakistan as a country has become a failed state because of its army's expensive, profligate ways. They want the best of toys. Let the people of Pakistan starve. One popular leader who won an election, you won in Mujibur Rahman, won an election in 71, you stole it, you lost half your country. Second time, again a stolen election, and now you are trying to tell the world, Donald Trump has anointed me the master of South Asia. I have been empowered to kick Iran, to kick Afghanistan, and to kick India. To wage biological warfare against India, to wage mass casualty strikes against India. Asim Munir, you've asked for it. Don't be too surprised if you get it in the neck. Jai Bharat, Jai Hind.